Tell your friends! Tell your friends about Hooks and Ladders, but also about songstudio.ca. You can get all kinds of information about songwriting, tips, and all kinds of stuff. Anyway, like, follow, and subscribe. That's what we need. That's what you need.
I still struggle to write songs. There's songs that have been sitting in my iPhone since like 2000 and I don't know. I started writing a song with one of the guys from The Odds. I remember we were at a festival. I think it was like 2016, 15, and it's still a writable song. It's a good song, but I don't touch it. I don't know why.
Right, or you don't even think about it probably, and then occasionally you see it and you're like, oh, right, maybe we should finish that.
Yeah, and I say that to about like 400 songs on my phone, and I never finish them.
Yeah, I'm a little dismayed that it only goes back to 2016, because I've got stuff going back to like when I first had an iPhone, and there's stuff in there I think, and actually when I first had a notebook, like I have lines in there about the breakup of my marriage 10 years before my marriage broke up. Oh. Yeah, and it was not about my marriage specifically. No, but it was more an attitude towards marriage apparently that I had. And but they're in there, and I think, well, that's actually a pretty good line, you know. But now it seems a little irrelevant. So you know, So you use your iPhone as a tool to save ideas.
I was saying that yesterday in our workshop. I feel like the iPhone, that feature, that voice note feature, for me is the greatest gift to modern day songwriters. Yeah. Because I do most of my, let's not even say writing because it's not, but like my thoughts come out when I'm driving, when I'm on tour and I'm by myself in the car crossing the prairies, let's say. Oh my God, like all the ideas come because you have space and time by yourself. So I grab my phone and I'm recording little licks or melodies or lines. Even when I'm riding my bike, you can hear like the wind in a lot of my voice notes. So I think that it's, whenever you have an idea, record it, because you're not going to remember it. It just never comes back to you. And I think that is such a useful tool to have. And then you can piece those things together sometimes. Like
sometimes they go together. You wouldn't think they would, but they do. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing when that happens. Have you ever written a whole song on a drive?
No, not on a drive, but I've written 3 or 4 different songs in 10 minutes straight.
Holy moly.
Done.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just from ideas on your phone, though?
No.
Oh, okay. How does that happen, and can I get in on that?
I would love to get in on it too, because I can't do it on a whim. It just happens.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I've certainly talked to people who say, it took me as long as it takes to listen to the song to write it. It just came out. But my argument for the newer songwriters who say, well, I want to do that. It's like, that takes years of experience to get to that point, I think, where you can do that.
Because I have to say that my first solo record, the Baby record, the title track off of that is one of those songs.
Where it just came like that.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And then one about Tom, I think I played in the last SongStudio. It's like a kind of nasty breakup song, which I really love.
Yeah.
It's like...
They're good to do.
The FU song, but
Yeah, without actually saying that.
Yeah, without saying that.
Hey, do you want to play that song?
The FU one?
I'd love to hear it.
I'll play the FU one.
Okay.
Okay. This one is called You're Everywhere. You're in my art, you're in my head, in the creases of my bed, up my sleeve and down my crack. You're my stroke, my heart attack. You're my cry, you curse my dreams. You're the stitch in all my seams, down my throat, up my spine, floating in my glass of wine. I still keep coming back for more. I can't escape you. It's your way, not my way. You're here, you're everywhere. You're on my tongue, you swell, you burn, show up at every turn. You are murder, morning sun. You're You're my trigger, you're the gun. You are savage, you are wild. You're the seed, my unborn child. You're a lion, you're a liar. You're the gas that feeds my fire. I still keep coming back for more. I can't escape you. It's your way, not my way. You're here, but you're everywhere. You're the chain, the hold on me, only one to set me free. You're the guilt and glory too, the one who couldn't see it through. Yeah, you're the maker, you're the mile. You're the one that took my smile. You're the absence in my eyes. You're the pain I can't disguise. I still keep coming back for more. I can't escape you. It's your way, not my way. You're here. You're here. You're here. You're everywhere. I don't think he liked that song when I emailed it to him after I wrote it.
Yeah. Yeah, probably not. It's not just straight like, go to hell, it's there's an acknowledgement of the thing you had and how intoxicating it was and so forth. So it's not as one-dimensional as an FU song would be, which is beautiful. Also, I think it's really interesting that it's the language is very plain and yet the song is very poetic. And
It was a stream of consciousness.
Yeah.
That's how it came out.
Right.
All the things, like, when you and a lover split up and like you find their piece of like their hair is on the pillow still, right? And like everywhere you turn, there's these remnants,
Yeah.
right? And the remnants are it's almost like you need to exorcise them out of you. They're haunting you, but they were the beautiful parts of what you're missing. So it's like that bittersweet kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely. And you capture that beautifully. And I think it's interesting. The juxtaposition of the plain words, but that are used artfully and poetically. Leonard Cohen did that, so it's really interesting that his name has come up a few times because he would do that, and very rarely would, even though he was a poet, very rarely would he resort to using poetic language, right? Highfalutin language. He would be very simple, but the message would be something that was really, the way it was put together resulted in this poetic thing, and that's what that song does for me.
Thank you.
So it paints a beautiful picture,
you.
but at no time are you saying something where I'm going, huh? Or I don't get that. It's everything I can relate to.
That's great.
And that's what you want, I think.
I love that. And I love that about Cohen too. Like he talks through a lot of his songs and it's just like stream of consciousness. Yes.
If I could make a comment too, just how, because of the way the song was written, and it is so poetic, that the guitar playing serves its function beautifully. It lets the vocals be out there. It's got that kind of haunting. You got that really cool riff going on. So it just sort of lets it. Everything works very perfectly in that song.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's and as Andrea said at the beginning, talking about the guitar, the playing of the chords, the bass line, boom, 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 boom. And that's just you playing and strumming it. It's not. I don't think it's a conscious thing of I'm going to recreate a bass line here. It just comes with the way you play and the combination of that instrument. So it's pretty great. So there you go. Hopefully you're basking in all this.
Oh, that's so nice. I should come here every morning so that I feel better about myself and life.
So, okay, so we've talked about you having 4 careers, let's say. The Italian adventure.
Yes.
What's going on there? You went to Italy. Your background is Italian, but you went a few years ago.
Actually, I go a lot.
Like,
but
did you
last
not
September,
go a few times a few years ago for the first time in a while or something? Or
No, I went back often. I go back often, and I tour there a lot.
Okay,
But
yeah.
last September,
Yes.
I did this project.
Okay.
So this project was, I kind of released Quarantine Dream, and I was like, actually I ran into Colin Linden. Colin Linden plays in a band called Blackie and the Rodeo Kings, and he's an incredible guitar player and producer. And he was at Vancouver Folk Fest, and I thanked him because one day at a Blackie and the Rodeo concert, I was backstage with Johnny Diamond. I was playing the mandolin, Colin's mandolin, and I was playing an old Italian song called Rose Rosse, which is Red Roses. It's a love song. And Colin said to me, wait, this is your voice. Like, he's like, I love the way you sing, Andrea, but this is something different. It feels so connected and true.
Right.
And I'd never really sung in Italian before. So when I broke up with this person, I did that double record, Nuda. Nuda means naked in Italian. I started exploring my second language more so. So I recorded a Caruso, which is a very famous love song. A lot of opera singers do it. It's gorgeous. It's you will recognize it if you heard the melody. So I recorded 2 versions on my double record because the record is a full band version of the 10 songs and then a stripped down kind of kitchen table, me and my acoustic guitar version. Because it was almost like I'm introducing Danny to my life. Right. I almost have to say goodbye to the thing. So I did the 2 records, right? Very intimate, and then the full band. So I loved singing in Italian, and I started noticing that crowds, like non-Italian speaking people, that was their favorite song of the night. And they would come up to me and we didn't understand a word you're saying. And I always make a joke like, well, I hope you were paying attention because I just gave you like the best pasta sauce recipe you could ask for. But every night they're drawn to that one in particular. And I think it's because, this is my thought on it, that really music transcends languages. It doesn't matter if you understand what I'm singing about. You can feel what I'm singing about. You can feel it in the melody or in the way that I'm executing the text, right? Like the words.